I'm going to be trying something, and I thought you'd want to be part of it. We've both been wrong. What I did with Justice was unnatural. It should never have happened.
Is there some way to undo it?
I've spent the past 3 years researching the methods of Tevinter Magisters.
Why am I not surprised?
They're the only ones who have ever sought to reverse spirit possession, not just behead the victims. I believe I have a formula for a potion that can separate Justice and me, without killing either.
Is it dangerous?
There are always dangers with magic. But I believe this will be worth the cost.
That was going to be my next question.
I knew you'd stand behind me in this. Even if...
What?
Nothing. I've gathered most of what I need, but there are some outlandish ingredients I was hoping you'd help me collect. A powder the Tevinters call Celepetre, and a small amount of Drakestone.
Is it just a potion? Is there anything more to this ritual?
No, no ritual. Just mix the ingredients up and... boom. Justice and I are free. And we can take our rightful place among free mages.
What is Drakestone?
The Tevinters used to mine it for their apothecaries. There should still be deposits in the bone pit.
Where would we find Celepetre?
It's a crystal that forms from concentrated manure and urine.
Ew. We can't just buy it somewhere?
It's not used by mages here. There's no reason for any merchant to stock it. I suggest we search the sewers. There's an entrance not far from here in Darktown.
I assure you, we'll find them.
I could not have begun to do this without your support.
Not like your name.
My name is a wish my father made, and I did want to be a knight, but...
I see. Still, it's a good name. A strong name.
What were you named after?
I don't know my real name. My master called me Fenris, his little wolf.
Could you not call yourself something different now?
Couldn't you?
A fine point.
We can enter the sewers from here to look for the Celepetre. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Hold your nose. We'll have to get pretty close for me to tell what we're looking at. This is it. The Celepetre should have formed right under here. Oh, I don't want to touch that. Let's see if we can find a few more deposits.
I'm done. Just the work of a woman.
Let's see if we can find a few more deposits. Let's see if we can find a few more deposits. Let's see if we can find a few more deposits.
It is done.
That should be plenty. Thank the Maker. still need the Drakestone from the Bone Pit.
They have good reason to call it the Bone Pit. Long ago, slaves that dropped dead from exhaustion were thrown into a pit for all the others to see. It served as intimidation and convenient disposal.
Are you ready to go in?
Ready as I'll ever be.
We'll have to look for Drakestone deposits along the sides.
I'd run if I were you! For freedom!
This looks like a Drakestone deposit. I need a scraping from the deepest part. There should be more further in. There should be more further in. There should be more further in.
Hold. This area is not...
Somebody order a stop the thing? That's the right thing you could have done!
That should be enough.
I can handle that. All taken care of.
Thank you. I wouldn't have asked just anyone to venture in there for me. There is one more thing, but we must discuss it privately.
Destructive forces of nature coming up! Say your prayers! I'd run if I were you! For freedom! I'm your worst nightmare! Destructive forces of nature coming up! Run while you can! We stand together! Victory! Afraid yet?
Untrusted, forgive me!
One enemy at a time! This is my favorite part! Say your prayers!
Nature, give us strength! Our cause is righteous! Not the best! Deal with this!
I'm your worst nightmare!
Fly straight and true!
Teach you to mess with a mage! Destructive forces of nature! My magic will destroy destroy you!
Chance!
Run while you can! Never falter me! Plan works out. Say your prayer! Never falter me! Afraid yet? Die, bastard!
I fear only running out of arrows! Our cause is right there!
Stay down! I'll show you what a mage is fear! You messed with the wrong mate! My magic will destroy you! My magic will destroy you! Oh, this will be fun!
I saw you at the Chantry last week, Fenris, but I haven't seen you back since.
I was only delivering something. You needn't concern yourself.
But you were praying? Or was that part of the delivery?
I was trying to blend in.
Oh yes, you wouldn't want to ruin your reputation.
Don't you have a city to reconquer?
Maybe your voice joined to the Knight Commander's will be enough to quiet this rebellion.
Since she stepped into the Viscount's shoes, Meredith has
The
forgotten
Knight Commander needs vigilance and
The
obedience.
mages have
in these
spies in
times.
our order, I tell you. You can't trust them.
Champion, it seems you've become less a friend to the Templars in the years since your ascent. But surely you can see the Knight Commander directly now, should you wish. What would you have of me?
Everyone says the Knight Commander's gone crazy. Are you still behind her?
The people ask too much of her. She needs a spine of iron to survive her position. I have seen madness before. I saw Uldred's eyes when there was nothing human left in them. The Knight Commander. She is not there yet. But I do not have to ask where the rumors come from.
If it comes to war with the mages, whose side do you think the Grand Cleric will take?
She is bound by faith and duty to support the Templars. We have dominance over mages by divine right. But it is cruel how she leads them on, letting them think they might have a chance at rebellion.
I just wanted to see how an old friend is doing in this difficult time.
After what happened in Ferelden, I told myself I would never again question the purpose of the Order. But it grows harder each day to tell whether I'm serving the Templars or only the Knight Commander. It may be that they are no longer one and the same.
All mages are confined to their quarters.
If you have any questions, talk to Knight Captain.
Those statues were meant to intimidate slaves. You see ones like them all over the Imperium.
Clear. This enchantment was performed by one less...
Welcome back, my friend. My store has never been better stocked, thanks to you. Although I have nothing else to ask you to find, you're quite welcome to bring back any rare specimens you may come across. I'd be more than happy to craft something just for you. It's the least I can do for the champion of Kirkwall.
I took this fire gland from a high dragon just outside the city.
You killed a high dragon? Incredible. Let me see the fire gland.
It was either her life or mine. I chose mine.
And that I am glad to hear. This fire gland is a remarkable specimen. Wait here. I know exactly what I can craft from this. This turned out beautifully. Something worthy of our champion. I hope you can put it to good use. So good to see you, champion.
There is one more thing I would ask of you, Hawke. And I can't tell you why. I must get inside the Chantry, without being seen. Will you talk to the Grand Cleric for me? Distract her long enough for me to do what must be done.
What do you want me to talk about?
Food? The weather? What does it matter? No, talk of mages. Give her one final chance to hear what we have suffered. To pick a side. Perhaps she'll be more inclined to listen to you.
Tell me your plan.
You would not thank me if I told you. If you support freedom for mages, help me. That's all I can say.
What is it you don't want me to see?
You said you believe in me. Again and again you have shown your support for mages. Then trust me now. I am doing only what is necessary.
Was this ever about you and justice? Or have you lied this whole time?
I lied. There is no potion. But what we have gathered will bring freedom for more than just me and justice. It will help mages throughout Thedas. In the face of that, one lie means little.
I can't act blindly. Tell me your plan.
I am taking a risk. I would not see you drawn into it. But maybe your support of mages ends at talk. It's easier to support freedom if no one must die to achieve it. You cannot pretend friendship, then stop now.
Being a friend doesn't mean I have to agree with your every decision.
You cannot care for me and despise what I stand for. I am the cause of mages. There is nothing else inside me. Will you aid us now? Or does your support stop at the Chantry door?
Tell me what you would have of me then. But I won't forget you blackmailed me to get it.
I promise, whatever happens, it's on my head. It will not come back on you. Go to the Chantry. Talk to the Grand Cleric. I will join you when I'm done. By now, you must see what an injustice the Templars are.
Must I? I see Templars trying to control what they have good reason to fear.
But they go too far.
Talk to Hawke about his mother. Ask him who went too far.
You can't hold all mages responsible for that.
It doesn't take all mages to cause this. Only the weak ones. So that's it. You're not returning to Starkhaven now?
Though the land suffers.
There are greater things that need to be done,
notices the smallest of deeds.
And what about avenging your family? Does that not need to be done?
What has my vengeance accomplished, except to spill more blood? No, I must put my faith in the Maker. He will set my path before me.
I can't decide if it is certainty you have, or blindness.
At least you can't decide.
Have you located any Canary blades?
This is what I've found.
If you find more, bring them to me.
A dragon attacked your mine. Everyone is dead.
Dear Maker, what of my equipment? Did it seem salvageable?
No. And neither did the workers who died trying to save it.
Oh, my heart. So many years of investment. I am ruined. Ruined! I'm sorry, champion. I appreciate your help, but I sank all my coin into that rotten mine. I have nothing left to pay you.
I slew the dragon to protect the city. I need no coin from you.
Up-jump bloody dog lord. I never should have got... involved with that cursed mine.
You know it. Captain?
I'll find you as soon as I'm done.
You do what you must. I told you, I will take no part in this.
So, Donnic was in the Rose.
He was not.
Easy, big girl. He wasn't shopping for himself.
Maker's blessing, champion. Have you come to pray?
So, hypothetically, if there were a group of people being brutally subjugated by another, wouldn't the Maker favor the oppressed?
You speak of mages. It's no secret that you count apostates among your friends, champion. You have done much to fan the flames of rebellion here. We must give Meredith and Orsino time to work out their differences. No good can come of showing favor to one side.
I guess that means you're not ready to disband the Templars and set every mage free?
I feel for the mages, I do. I would not wish to be locked in the gallows. But I cannot take sides. We are all the Maker's creatures, but magic allows abuses beyond the scope of mortals. I only hope I can balance the needs of everyone. For if it comes to war, it is the people of this city who will lose.
There you are. I've been looking for you all over.
Your Grace?
Your soul is troubled, child. I hope you found a balm for it here.
The Templars have ears everywhere. We shouldn't talk here. I wanted you to have this.
What's that? A pillow?
Hand embroidered by my mother. The only thing of hers they let me keep when I went to the Circle.
Why in the name of Andraste would you give that to me?
You've been a good friend, Varric.
You keep your pillow, Blondie. And may you have many more dreams of killing Templars on it.
Hawke. I didn't expect you here. But let me take this time to tell you how much I respect you. You've stood by me when I gave you every reason to turn away. Just remember, whatever happens, I wanted you to know that.
Why are you talking like this?
He'll still be here, you know. Justice. Long after you and I are gone. It doesn't mean the same thing to a spirit. He'll just go back to the Fade.
Usually, people don't say things like that unless they're about to stab someone in the back.
None of this is aimed at you, Hawke. I think I've made that clear. I was hoping we'd find a better way, but... justice and vengeance are too intertwined. I can't tell one from the other. You have been a better friend than I ever thought to have.
Feels good to be captain of the guard, yes?
No, I will not change the patrols around your mansion again. There's already been too many questions.
You wound my pride with such accusations.
But you were going to ask.
Eventually.
I'll look at the roster and see what I can do.
Terrible things do happen, Sebastian.
But what we see is only a piece of the puzzle. Only the Maker can see the greater picture.
The guilty prosper. Innocents die.
And then they are brought to the side of the Maker. Their suffering ends. There is always a greater purpose.
Daenerys once killed a little boy to fuel blood magic that let him impress his fellow senators at a party. What was the purpose there?
So you've done well for yourself. I had my doubts the first time I saw you, but I guess there was something to that Hawke fellow Leandra ran off with after all. You made a pretty good son anyway. Your mother would be proud.
I just wish Mother had lived to see me become champion.
I know Leandra, and she'd be absolutely glowing from all the praise that's been heaped on you. I don't say this often, but we're the only family we've both got left. For a long time, I thought the Amel line in Kirkwall would end at me. I'm glad you've pulled it out of the grave. So, I hear you've been slipping into that pirate slut from the Hanged Man. The bitch turned me down flat. Single-handedly saved the city from the heathens, huh? The Viscount should have paid me a finder's fee. Single-handedly saved the city from the heathens, huh? The Viscount should have paid me a finder's fee. Leave that alone. There are things in my life that don't actually involve you, you know. Stay out of my business, boy.
That note mentioned the Gem of Kerashek. What's that?
It's nothing. Never mind.
If you're worried about who sent the note, I can go in your place.
Did I ask for that? I don't know who sent it, and I don't want to. I lost everything chasing that gem. Our fortune, our home, even Mara.
Who's Mara?
She's none of your concern. That's who she is. Why don't you head back to your fancy house in Hightown and stay out of my damn business? Single-handedly saved the city from the...
I was speaking to Donick the other day.
Since when do you talk with my husband?
He comes to the mansion once a week. We play Diamondback.
What? Why am I not invited to these games?
He says you get angry when you lose.
I do not. All right, perhaps I do. Still, that's no reason not to tell me.
Perhaps he longed for less masculine companionship.
Shut up, whore.
It's our duty to tell the Templars.
Then why haven't you done it?
I guess I was hoping they'd come to it on their own.
And then you wouldn't have to betray Hawke's friends, right?
That's not reason enough to allow a Maleficar to walk free.
You think the Templars don't know I'm here? They just haven't caught me yet.
Which of us should do it? Shall we draw lots?
You want to turn them in? You work it out with Hawke.
Are you the ones who sent the note about the gem of Kerashek?
We were beginning to think you wouldn't show. It's rude to keep people waiting, you know? It's not like I don't got things to do.
To inconvenience an upstanding citizen such as yourself. My, where are my manners?
Don't talk down to me. I ain't stupid. See, we was hired to give you a note. But this gem of Kirashek thing the note talks about, we decided we want that instead. You better hand it over.
I'm surprised you know what a note is, let alone know how to read one.
I don't need to know how to read. All I need to know is which end of the sword goes where. We aren't going anywhere without that gem.
I'm your worst nightmare! I'll tear you apart!
Isn't there a mallet hanging on the wall in Gamlen's house?
Break some heads tomorrow, maybe. Good pay, though.
I've always wondered, how do your divines choose their names?
They write all the best sacred names on slips of paper and stuff them in a mitre. Then, the newly elected divine picks a name out of the hat.
What if she picks a name she doesn't like? Does she have to keep it?
Of course she does. How do you think we got 4 divines named Hortensia?
what do you want now?
What in the Maker's name is a wallop mallet?
Haven't played Wallop since I was a kid. Still got my mallet up on the wall, though. Last time I was any good at something. Single-handedly saved the city from the heathens, huh? The Viscount should have...
I think that Hawke likes you, Isabella.
I certainly hope so. Of course, it's not
The Vinadal tree is where we need to go.
I can't believe they used the wood from a Vinandal tree to make this wallop mallet. It's just a child's toy.
Wallop mallet? You must be the one I'm supposed to give this note to.
This person is like an underpaid brothel wench. He enjoys leading us on.
I was given a few coins to hand this over to whoever came asking about wallop mallets. Unfortunately, the person was hooded, and it was dark. I didn't get a good look. Obviously a human, though. No mistaking that. Even hooded, you all look alike.
a warehouse. I don't like being led around. Unless leashes are involved. And they're not.
Fish, fish, and more fish. Blah. Let's look for those crates.
Looks like we found the crates.
Something seems off.
It's a trap!
Is that the best you can do?
Let's hope this works!
For freedom! Say your prayers!
My spleen anywhere, let me know.
So they were to capture Gamlen and take him to the caverns. Sounds like the opening of a bad romance story.
It's time to end this charade.
So, Gamlen couldn't even be bothered to come himself. I should have expected he'd send you, cousin.
I have a cousin.
Gamlen never told you. Of course he didn't. Why would he?
Sorry to interrupt this touching family reunion, but we have unfinished business here.
Veld! What are you doing here?
Mekkel is dead. That bastard killed him.
What's a Mekkel?
My brother. Mekkel was my brother, and you killed him.
That doesn't make sense. Mekkel was just supposed to hand over the note.
You really think we didn't read it? We know about the gem charade. Hand it over. I won't let Mekkel's death be for nothing.
You let your brother go up against someone like Hawke for a stupid gem. You know what? I did find the gem, but you're not getting your pathetic little hands on it, Veld.
Fine. We'll do this the hard way.
My magic will destroy you! You will not win!
Give up now!
For freedom!
Aim for the throat! Pitiful! Give up now!
Score one for our heroes! Run while you can! Destructive forces of nature coming up!
You're pretty useful in a fight. You don't take after Gamlen at all.
And I wouldn't have taken you for his daughter. What with being able to fight?
I guess I should take that as a compliment. My mother, Mara, she left Gamlen before I was born. He was so fixated on finding that stupid gem, I doubt he even noticed she was gone. She told me about Gamlen before she died last year. I didn't even know about him.
You told Veld you had the gem. Were you lying?
Not at all. I found the gem. I managed to pull off what Gamlen couldn't.
You say Gamlen is obsessed with this gem, but he never mentioned it before your note turned up.
Maybe he didn't want you to know about it.
He mentioned he lost a lot searching for the gem. Maybe he gave up on it.
That would be a surprise, to say the least.
Next time you want to talk to someone, maybe try knocking on their door first.
Oh yes, that sounds brilliant. Just show up on his doorstep and say, "Hi, I'm your daughter." I doubt that would go over well. I just wanted to see, I don't know, how far he'd go for something he really wanted. And then he doesn't even show up. I baited him with the one thing I thought would get his attention.
He's got some good qualities. You might be surprised.
Really? What do you think I should do?
I think you should go talk to Gamlen. Does he even know about you?
I'm not sure.
You have family, and they're alive. If you don't contact them, one day you will regret it.
Maybe give him a chance before you write him off.
I think I will. Having a cousin turned out to be a good thing. Maybe having a father will too.
Need a hand. Just the work of a moment.
Do you think you'll leave Kirkwall someday?
I might, if I can persuade the right person to come away with me.
I'll miss you. You'll write to me, won't you? Do pirates write letters?
Badly. Hook hands make for awful penmanship, kitten.
You've got to realize this is kind of new to me. I didn't know Mara had a baby. If I did, I would have, I don't know, gone after her or something.
She used to say I was so much like you, and I didn't even know who you were. I guess I wanted to see for myself. I need some time to think about all this, but if it's all right, I'd like to come back and talk more.
I think I'd like that. Keep, safe.
Looks like you two had a good talk.
It was bloody awkward, that's what.
She looks nothing like you. Thank the Maker for small miracles, hmm?
Really? Hey. You know, I may not say this very often, but I'm glad you're one of the family. But seriously, next time, stay out of my damn business, boy. Single-handedly saved the city from the...
Does your bow have a name? Varric's bow has a name.
I'm afraid I can't compete with our dear dwarf's relationship to his weapon.
You could call it Philomela.
Why would I do that?
Because it reminds me of a woman in the alienage. Skinny, pointed, and always throwing things at people.
I hope all is well. A new letter on your desk awaits your attention.
You like the shiny? You like the shiny?
Always at your service, monsieur. That big tower in the lake is scary. He means the gallows, and I quite agree.
Tread lightly.
You're pathetic! Another one for me!
I'm trusting, forgive me! My soul will make short work of them!
How can you keep standing up for her?
Who?
That doddering old biddy of a Grand Cleric.
How dare you? Althena is everything a Grand Cleric should be. She's holy, wise...
Spineless. Hesitant. She's clay in Meredith's hands.
In the face of danger, sometimes the bravest thing is to stand back and trust that the Maker will see justice done.
Well, if doing nothing sums up your religion, then Althena is perfect. Personally, I'd prefer a chantry that favors action over sloth.
The sooner you all leave this place, the better.
It is good to be among my people again.
Sundermount is cursed. We should never have come here. Greetings, champion. That is what they call you in your city, isn't it? Did you need something?
I'm always amazed by the beauty of the Dalish.
If you are trying to initiate something, don't bother. I'm not interested in a Shemlin. Greetings, champion. That is what they call you in your city, isn't it? Did you need something?
I hear there is a criminal hiding among the Dalish.
He is not among us. This criminal of yours is set up in a cave away from our camp. He said there would be people looking for him, and to tell anyone who asked where he was.
I thought the point of hiding was not to be found.
He said he didn't want to endanger our people by asking us to lie for him. Not something you'd expect from a cruel and evil murderer, is it? He'll be waiting for you at the cave. Good luck trying to reach him, however.
Strange. Why would the assassin want the Dalish to give away his location?
You do not belong here, Shemlin. I was told of an assassin hiding among the Dalish. Talk to Variel. She's the one who likes to collect strays.
I worried for so long that they would judge me for bearing a human son. But it's as if I never left.
Another one. Too many of you shambling around lately.
I've heard the Dalish are hiding an assassin in their camp. Do you know anything about this?
It's been a long time since I've seen you Elvan faces around here. Maybe talk to Variel. She would know.
Too many Shemlin are coming here. We have to move soon.
Can't you talk to the Keeper? Reason with her.
I tried. She's made up her mind.
Andarana Tishan, child. I pray that the path before you is a safe one.
Dalish crafting is second to none, I assure you. You've returned. Is there something you need? Are you a specialist? What sort of things do you make? A Dalish crafter does many things. We create weapons, armor, anything our clan has need of. I don't need anything right now. Of course.
Andaratishan, child. I pray that the path before you is a safe one.
The guards don't come this far out. It's better for both sides.
I'll show you what makes the Never taunt a mage! You met with the wrong mage! Destructive forces of nature coming up! This is my favorite part! Run while you can! Teach you to mess with a mage!
The stone lives beneath. Orlay, Matasgarna, Fornen, Passan, Roka, Atrast.
So, I've never understood why the Chantry says if you're good, you'll be taken up to the Maker's side.
Those who die with the sins cleansed from their souls will walk beside the Maker in eternity.
That doesn't sound fun. If they really want people to be good, shouldn't they offer an Sounds like that's where all the good parties will be.
Strange. Why would the assassin want the Dalish to give away his location?
I can help with that. And that, I'm done.
Traps. You can't say our man wasn't prepared.
Looks like a tripline. Watch for traps. All taken care of. Now you, I wasn't expecting.
I thought I smelled Antivan leather.
Isabella! If it isn't my favorite pirate wench.
Shouldn't you be dead by now?
I could say the same, my dear. It seems we were both fortunate to find powerful friends, no? Tell me, is this one as adventurous as our dear warden?
We could always ask.
I do love an audience. But perhaps there are other matters to attend to first?
Prude.
How do you do? My name is Zevran Aranai, adventurer and occasional assassin.
I've heard about you. You helped the hero of Ferelden stop the Blight.
At your service, my friend. I must admit, I was waiting for an assault by the Crows, not the mighty champion of Kirkwall.
How do you know I'm the champion?
Slayer of Kunari, Deep Roads explorer, and may I say, one fine specimen of manhood. You underestimate your fame.
How do you two know each other?
How does anyone know Isabella?
Yes, well, you'll never know Isabella again if you keep that up.
I'll assume you're not talking about birds.
Oh, please, do not tell me you know nothing of the Antivan Crows. We are the finest guild of assassins, an object of fear throughout the lands for any man with wealthy enemies. Or I should say they are. I am no longer a crow, a fact they find unacceptable.
There must be more to it than you leaving the guild.
That is offense enough to the crows, believe me. I may have also killed the last 4 assassins they sent after me, and older men. Oh, and the guildmaster. In fact, if you were a crow, you might make a fortune bringing me in. You should consider a career change. No, really.
I thought you'd be taller.
Let me guess. A man named Nuncio has asked you to capture a dangerous killer, yes? What did he say this time? That I killed his wife? Butchered his parents? Sold his children into slavery? Or did he tell you he was a lawman from Antiva, charged with apprehending a ridiculously handsome fugitive?
He didn't mention how handsome.
So you've noticed. I credit my high cheekbones and pouty lips. Bring me to Nuncio if you wish, but I warn you, he surely intends to kill you. The crows do not like loose ends. Unlike myself. But you are a man who can clearly handle himself, yes? Why worry? So, you can either tie me up, gag me, and then manhandle me. Or you can take me to Nuncio. Which will it be, I wonder?
You're very compliant for a fugitive.
Compliant, yes, and very bendy. But truthfully, I know when I am outmatched. I would rather take my chances against the crows.
You know him best. What do you think?
I've had better.
I meant about letting him go or not.
Oh, right. I'd let him go.
I like your list of options, but does it have to be in that order?
I knew you couldn't resist my obvious charms. It's the accent, isn't it?
I'm not going to hand you over to someone who lied to me.
As a suggestion, you might wish to deal with Nuncio. If you don't, he will only come after you. It's been more than a pleasure, my dear champion. Fare you well.
I let your assassin go. Was I not supposed to do that?
You had him? And you let him go? I am thoroughly disappointed. No one fails the crows and lives.
Ah, poor stupid Nuncio. The crows do like that saying, but I am living proof it's a lie. Why they insist on thinking they can kill people like you and the Warden, I will never guess.
Let me tell you, it's a burden I bear on a daily basis.
You are nothing but a traitor and a coward, Zevran. You'll die here.
Yes, well, let's see how that works out for you.
Never talk to me! Oh, this will be fun! My magic will destroy you! Afraid yet?
I'm sure you wish to loot the camp, yes. But talk to me when you're done.
Happy now?
Excellent. Killing my former brothers in arms is oddly satisfying. I've little reward to offer you, champion, but perhaps this will serve as a token of my thanks. My dear Isabella, it has been a delight to see you again. You travel in fine company.
That's it? You're leaving? What about sex?
Still blunt as a dwarven hammer, huh? Well, why not?
Hello? I'm standing right here.
What? You can come too.
Indeed. The more the merrier.
Let's find someplace quieter.
Why does it seem like a bad idea to put these two together?
Ha!
Is this for me?
It's beautiful. Do you know what it is?
I only know that it was made by the Dalish.
It's sylvanwood. Rare as diamonds. You only find it in very old, very wild places. The carvings tell a story of the betrayal. The dread wolf tricking all the gods away from the world.
Start at the beginning. What happened to the gods?
Long ago, there were two clans of gods. The Creators looked after the people. The Forgotten Ones preyed upon us. And one god who was neither. Fan Harel, the dread wolf. He was kin to the Creators, and in the old days often helped them in their endless war against the Forgotten Ones.
I assume he got tired of helping.
That he did. Fan Harel was clever. He could walk among both clans of gods without fear, and both believed he was one of them. He went to each side and told them the other had forged a terrible weapon, a blade that would end the war. He told the Creators it was forged in the heavens, and the Forgotten Ones that it was hidden in the abyss. And when the gods went seeking it, he sealed them both in their realms forever. Now he alone is left in the world.
Start at the beginning. What happened to the gods?
He was kin to the Creators, and in the old...
Why were they fighting?
No one knows. We barely even remember all their names, let alone who struck the first blow, who was wrong. Fan Harel was clever. He could walk among both... And when the gods went seeking it, he sealed them both in their realms forever. Now he alone is left in the world.
I imagine the Dalish don't depict the doom of their gods just for decoration.
Not... exactly, no. This was made for a keeper, you see. Guarding a clan from the Dread Wolf is a keeper's place. It's a very sweet memento, thank you. On 6 years.
I hope all is well. I'm certain you'll find everything
It's
in
very
order,
shiny.
Miss Eyre.
One day I'll see Papa again.